Hey folks, it's Ben from Smoking Hot Confessions here. I'm in Adelaide at the Up in Smoke Barbecue Festival. I'm having a great time. And of course, the Caravan and Camping Show is attached, and I've run into Macca from What's Up Down Under. Macca, how are you?
Mate, I am well, thank you. And I've got to say that whenever someone says the word confession, I always sort of tremble a little bit. But so go easy on me, Ben. I don't want to confess to too much.
I'm sure a pure soul such as yourself would have nothing to confess.
I know, Mum says the same thing all the time.
So, mate, tell me how you fit into this festival.
Mate, so I work on a television show called What's Up Down Under. I work on a few others as well, but that's the main one that people will recognise me from, I guess. And because it's a caravan show, and that's a TV show about caravanning and the lifestyle associated with it, we turn up here and sort of go around and chat to everyone. I've got a few presentations on the stage that I do as well, have a chat to the followers and the viewers, and generally I come here to have a good time.
Much the same as what I'm doing.
Yes, I know. I've seen you blokes out there playing this morning, some amazing gear.
There is.
I've got a bit of barbecue envy, I've got to say.
Well, mate, these guys can certainly hook you up with anything you want to know, anything you need.
And a great bunch. They are so open. Like, I was wandering around there, and so I do a little bit of cooking, bush cooking. So I always say I'm not a chef, I'm a bush cook. Camp ovens, on the grill, over the coals, that sort of stuff in amongst the TV show. And it's a bit of a passion of mine. And I do have a smoker. I've got 2 smokers at home.
Oh, here we go.
Well, I know. I look at the passion that's here and I go, I think mine's a smouldering passion, not a burning passion just yet.
Nicely done.
No, play on words there.
I see what you did there. I like that.
Smoulder and smoke, you know how it goes.
So what do you like to cook in those smokers?
Mate, look, I'll tell you, when people say they play golf and they're a hacker, well, I'm a hacker when it comes to this. So really, honestly, I'll have a bit of a go at anything. I watch quite a few of the bits and pieces. I've seen your stuff before on social media and that sort of thing. So I watch what the other guys are doing and I have a bit of a go.
Yep.
Briskets and, look, I do lamb shanks. I do all sorts of stuff in it, but not to this degree, I've got to say. If I turned up here, everyone would have a bit of chuckle at my tucker, I think.
You don't see yourself converting a caravan so it's smoker in the back, caravan in the front?
Look, I'll tell you what, it's an interesting concept. The way this whole industry is growing, I would not be surprised if we did see that coming up in the near future.
Crossovers,
yeah, absolutely. Good bunch. And the culture there is great. Everyone was happy to talk, happy to show me what. I'm sure they wouldn't have shown their competitors what they were showing me this morning because I looked pretty harmless. You
would honestly be surprised. Most of the major competitors here, because we cook through the night, they will actually throw their tents open to any new competitors, and they'll actually put it out there on social media. If you're a new competitor at this event, be at my tent at 9 o'clock and I'll show you how to trim a brisket.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's nothing better than a well-trimmed brisket, I've always said.
Exactly. Now,
you got to risk it to get the brisket.
Yeah. Now, what I want to know from you is what do you love to cook on a bush barbecue?
Mate, look, I don't eat me greens, all right? So I'm a meat man. And I love a great steak. And I mean, there's a big difference between a rubbish steak and a great steak, as we all know.
Absolutely.
So, look, I have to say my favourite is the ribeye on the bone. Do enjoy tucking into one of those big boys' lollipops.
Like a big old tomahawk.
Oh, yeah, nothing better than that, absolutely.
Yeah. So you build up like a bonfire, you got one of those barbecues on the legs, sit that over the top and just direct sear?
Absolutely, yeah. So when I'm in the bush, that's what I do. I've got a barbecue, you actually drive a spike into the ground beside the barbecue.
Oh, I've seen them.
And you've got the plate that swings on and off so you can regulate your heat a little bit. Yep. I'm a big fan, and it's very different to cooking in a pit, you know. So I'm a big fan of taking your food to the heat, not the heat to the, other way around. So I start a cooking fire where I build coals, and then I have a fire to build the coals, and then I have my cooking gear off to the side, and I'll bring the coals over in a shovel so I can just regulate that heat a little bit just to get everything as close to right as you can in the bush, which is, if you spend the time, you can get things pretty good.
You absolutely can, yeah. My grandfather was right into outdoor cooking, had all his camp ovens and all that sort of stuff, and the food that man used to cook was just unbelievable.
Mate, I make the statement that anything you can cook in the comfort of your own home, you can cook in the bush if you've got the right gear and you're prepared to spend the time, do a bit of practice and get used to it.
Definitely, good advice right there. So what are your plans for tomorrow? What are you doing here tomorrow?
Tomorrow I've got a speaking segment out on the main stage there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I have a chat for about an hour just about what I do on a day-to-day basis and the fact that I do have the best job in the world. So that's my big plan for tomorrow, and then get around and talk to you guys and have a bit of fun as well.
If you have a close look at my face, you will see that I'm green with envy. So
there's a lot of people offer to give me a hand.
I'm sure there are. Well, look, mate, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. I love the show. My son and I sit together and we watch it together. And mate, just keep it up. It's great work.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate your time. Good to catch up, and keep up the good work and keep inspiring people to get into this culture, because I think it's so the barbecuing in Australia was sort of changed a little bit in the last 20 years, and then this turned back up and everyone's back into it. I think it's fantastic.
It's a resurgence, mate. We need to ride that wave and just make sure it cements into our culture.
Absolutely. Keep up the good work. Show everyone how to do it, and let's have everyone having one of these in the backyard.
Done. Thanks, mate.
No worries, mate.